let's see why the Corsair K70 MK2 SC is such a staple for many gamers out there. Stay tuned. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Dial Home Tech. I really hope that you and your loved ones are staying healthy out there in the midst of everything that's been going on. Without any further ado, let's take a look why the Corsair K70 MK2 SE is such a staple for so many gamers out there. One of the main reasons why you might be looking at this keyboard is just due to the scarce options on the market for really nice, good feature-packed white keyboards. With white keycaps and a nice brushed aluminum frame, this is definitely one of the best looking white keyboards on the market today. But not just that, this keyboard actually packs a punch when it comes to the stuff under the hood. And I'm gonna tell you guys why I think that. Starting with the keycaps, you have really nice white durable keycaps with large fonts in it, as opposed to the slim fonts that you see on most of the keyboards. The fonts are really nice and well pronounced and really stand out when you have the lights shining right from underneath the keyboard. It goes without saying on many of the keyboards nowadays, full support on RGB 16 million colors to make this thing pop when it comes to the colors and effects that you can put on a white keyboard for Corsair. With the brushed aluminum body housing the keycaps, you can see how beautiful and sturdy this keyboard is by just simply holding it in your hands. It's thick and it doesn't feel flimsy at all. Corsair did put in some textured keycaps on the keyboard. It wasn't really a thing for me. It felt a little bit weird. I do like the smooth feeling when it comes to the keycaps, but I did enjoy the fact that they did that on the spacebar with a different texture to it, which makes it a little nicer when you're going for those fast key presses to make sure that they're registering every time. It's a nice little add-on, not for everyone, but definitely a cool little touch by Corsair on this keyboard when it comes to the attention to details. When it comes to ease of access and convenience on this one, Corsair just hit it out of the park. With a volume track wheel, media controls, and other profile selection buttons, you can use this keyboard to change a lot of things and control your music or volume right on the fly without having to get your hands off the keyboard or having to go to a menu on your computer. You can make profile changes on the fly by just simply pressing the profile key, or you can use the Q app, which is the Corsair application where you can go in and select and make the changes to the profiles you're looking to use. The keyboard does have two kickstands on the back where you can select the height adjustment for the back of the keyboard, as well as a really weird pass-through cable, which is sort of this X in the middle. I don't see a lot of use for it, but if you're running a charger or like a wired mouse, I guess you can run your cable through it. It might be good for you. Wasn't a thing for me. It does have USB pass-through support on the back, but the keyboard cable is way too thick in my opinion. It's nice and durable, but it's really hard to manage when it comes to adjusting the cable to how and where you want to place it on your setup. So a little bit of a letdown for me on that aspect. Now let's talk about one of my favorite things and probably some of the most important for you. The MX cherry switches there on this bad boy. The switches felt fast and very accurate, most certainly one of the best ones I've used to date. The anti-ghosting on it was absolutely flawless, no key losses or anything like that, and the actuation on these guys are roughly 1.2 millimeters with only 45 grams of pressure in order to actuate the key, which in itself made it very fast when I was running through some tests. The highlights on the keyboard for me are first the color. Absolutely the build, it just felt strong and not a flimsy keyboard that you're actually paying a premium for it, and the ease of access multimedia keys. It's really nice, really convenient. The switches are not very clicky if you're a fan of the clickiness when it comes to some of these switches out there, especially some of the Razer ones or even the Steel series, but they are fast and very accurate, so that made it up for me. Let me show you guys a quick sound test so you can see it for yourself what these keys sound like. A couple of things I wasn't really a fan of, but not deal breakers for me, were obviously the super thick cable on the back. a little bit hard to manage when you're doing your cable management, and the texture keys wasn't for me. Took a little longer for me to get used to it until I managed to just like forget about it, but I do enjoy the smoother ones a little bit better. But it is a personal thing. If it doesn't bother you, I guarantee you're gonna really enjoy this keyboard. Overall, the Corsair K70 MK2, it's a very nice keyboard, but it does come with a price. At 160 bucks, I do think it's a little steep compared to some of the other keyboards that are out there on the market for a little bit less. But if you're looking specifically for a white peripheral, you're definitely in luck. You're getting really what you pay for. If you are on the market for a white keyboard, just check out my channel. I have a few other gaming peripherals where I review on there, and I'm sure you're gonna find something you like it. Also, here in this channel, we are covering home automation, smart home technology, and tech reviews like this very one right here. So if that's something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. If the review was good and it helped you in any way, don't forget to drop me a thumbs up and send this video to that one friend of yours who is in desperate need for a brand new keyboard. This about wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, I'm Dial. See ya.